Because this next card in my wallet literally gave me thousands of dollars worth of value, so stick around. Welcome back to the channel. This is Anthony Venture, and I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do as a finance and credit card YouTuber and give you guys my newest update on my Q4 wallet. So without further ado, what's in my wallet? Okay, so I can't actually hold the microphone and the wallet, so I'm going to set this down right here. But before we actually get started, let me show you guys the wallet itself. This is called the Exter Parliament, and it's around $70 to $90, but you can always get a discount code. In fact, if you go in the description of this video, in every video, I always keep a discount code in my affiliate link, so it supports me and gives you some money back off your Exter wallet. But it's one of my most favorite, it's actually my favorite wallet I've ever owned in my entire life. It has a double fold. Some of the times this is cut off and it's just this, but the most important feature is you press the button and the cards come up. But of course, this also has the RFID protection, so nobody can just kind of bump into you and steal all of your information. So this way, put your important credit cards and your licenses and stuff like that, medical cards, keep that in these little flaps and not on the outside flap here, even though I think this is RFID as well, but don't quote me. But now with the wallet itself aside, let's actually open it up and let's see. The first thing that we have here that we're going to pull out, some of you may know that I am from New York, but I have now moved down to South Carolina, which means now I have a South Carolina license. And we can take a look at that nice face right there. And by the way, I'm just curious, in your state, when you get your license, can you actually put your weight on here? Because they actually put your weight in South Carolina, whereas New York, they don't even care how much you weigh. Which, to be honest, I was tempted to put my weight at like 800 pounds just to see if they would write it. And this is just the miscellaneous things, and we'll actually get to the credit cards in just a second, so stick around for that. Also have my original Santander debit card, which is as good as trash. And of course we have our AAA card, which pretty much gives us, I think, around 3 to 6 free tows every single year, up to 100 miles each, which is pretty awesome. Now on the centerfold here, I have some cash. Now I'm kind of upset because typically I'll actually keep $2 bills. I'll put some B-roll right here of all the $2 bills I have. And the reason that I put $2 bills is so that you are more recognizable. Tipping your waiters or waitresses with $2 bills makes you way more recognizable, and they always remember you the next time that you come there. And just so you know, you can actually get $2 bills at any time. Just go to your local bank and say, hey, do you have any $2 bills in your register right now? And usually they'll keep between 1 and 10 of them at any given time. We also have the Tesla key card. If you guys weren't aware, when you have a Tesla, they give you a key card. You pretty much press it to this thing on the outside and it opens the door. Maybe I'll do a demo after if I remember. But otherwise, the other key card is just your phone pretty much, and that's how you get in the car. And then lastly, you can see how dusty this really is because I've never used it, but as a holder of the Amex Platinum card and a few other cards, you get Priority Pass Select, which is all the airport lounges that you can possibly get in. So this is kind of the membership card that they give you, so you could show it to them and then you gain access. But you can tell that I should probably start using this, right? Anthony, this seems like a lot of useless stuff, to be honest. Okay, I hear your criticism loud and clear. Let's get into the first of all 6 credit cards that I have in this wallet. Number 1 being, some of you guys may know, I did a video on about a month or 2 ago, which is the YOTTA credit card. Take a look at that bad boy right there. Now, of course, I don't want to hold this the whole time. I'm actually a very weak person, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right in the corner, and got it. But yes, there are a ton of benefits that you get with the YOTTA credit card, but one I want to highlight in today's video, which is the 1 to 2% chance of getting the item that you just paid for with this card for free. That's right, if you look right here, you can see right in the YOTTA program with the credit card or the debit card, anytime you swipe this card, you do have a 1 to 2% chance of getting the item you just paid for free, and that could be any amount. But what I've essentially done to get the most amount of value from this card is anytime I have a monthly reoccurring payment of something of around $100 or more, like maybe supplements or a gym membership, I put it on this card, so this way at some point in the future, I will eventually get it for free, just a law of numbers. Consider if you use a credit card that is only giving you 1 cent per dollar spent on all purchases like a gym membership. And say that gym membership is maybe $100 every single month. So in a full year, let's call it 5 years. In 5 years, that'll be $6,000 that you spent on that gym membership, right? And you'll only get 6,000 points, which pretty much translates to about $60 worth of value for maybe if it's Amex. So wait a second. That essentially means that if I could just get that $100 payment for free one time in the next 5 years, I'm pretty much getting $100 worth of value because the gym membership is $100 a month, so you get that for free, which is essentially $40 more than I would have gotten if I just used a membership card like maybe the Amex Platinum card and used that for 5 years straight. All I have to do is get the purchase for once for free every 5 years. So I guess what would that mean? The break even's like 3 years, 4 years, right? Which, between you and me, I'm willing to take those odds. Okay, so now, on to the next credit card. Let's see, let's put this down again. The next credit card in our list, and the highest tiered, is the Amex Charles Schwab Platinum card. So you guys know that just a few months ago, I got this card as a means to kind of get rid of my original Platinum card. Now, of course, the Charles Schwab branded Platinum card comes with all the same things that the regular Platinum card comes with, you know, FHR, membership points, etc., etc. But the one point that I really want to, you know, emphasize today is the ability to use the Charles Schwab brokerage with this account. Because essentially what you could do with this credit card is pool all of your Amex points together from your gold card, your platinums, you know, all of your cards, and you can essentially pool them together and cash them out as good as cash at a 1.1 cent per point worth of value. So just for example, let's just say I have 100,000 American Express points. I can essentially take those points and translate it to $1,100 worth of value and just pull it out of my brokerage account as good as cash. And if I wanted to pay for a down payment on a car, or if I had to buy, you know, maybe some wedding stuff, that could all be paid for with that, which I couldn't necessarily use that money for, you know, if I had to use it through the portal or just for travel purposes. Now, I get it. You're missing out on 2 points per dollar spent, 3 points by using travel partners, but that's if I use it. And maybe I don't want to use those points for the foreseeable future. If I need the cash, I'm going to get it. This card, I'm almost done with the sign-up bonus, but honestly, it's going to be giving me 100,000 points after I spend the $6,000, which should happen this month. So that's essentially another $1,100 worth of value that I got with this credit card. Okay, so we're moving right along. Let's go to the next card. A lot of you guys know that this is one of my favorite cards of all time, and that is the Amex Gold card. I feel like I'm really dressed to kind of emphasize this card correctly, right? Maybe. So let's actually do the patented by Anthony Venture. It's called the Bite Test. Yeah, okay. You know what that tastes like? That actually tastes like hitting the like and subscribe button if you like the video so far. Do you have any hands have touched this card? But hold that thought right there. I'm going to go sanitize my mouth. Okay, be right back. Fresh. Oh! But of course, one of the main values that you actually get with this credit card was pointed out by CJ. I just saw on his What's in Why wallet, so check that out after this video, of course. But he mentioned that he loves his Amex Gold card because he essentially gets it for almost free every single year. That's right, if you use the Uber Eats credit of $10 every single month, along with the Grubhub credit of $10 every single month, essentially all that means is you just have to use delivery services twice per month to get the full extent of these points. If you just multiply $20 every single month for 12 months, what do we get? $240, and what's the annual fee? Wait a second, it's $250. So $250 minus $240 essentially means an effective annual fee of $10 every single year, as long as you could use those 2 credits once per month. And along with many other benefits like 4 points per dollar spent on all grocery store spends, and also 4 points per dollar spent on all restaurant spends. So really, depending on you, you could easily get hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of value with just this card alone. Okay, so we just have 3 more cards left, so the next 3 are actually the ones that I use the least, but let me show you why I actually keep them in my wallet in the first place. So the 4th card that we have in our wallet today is in fact the Amex Green card. Now, a little bit of a caveat here, I'm kind of being fake with you guys for a moment, because this card technically is out of order. That's right, I have recently downgraded this credit card from the Amex Green card to the Amex Green card. Let me explain. So when I first got this credit card, it had a $95 annual fee, and it came with a lot of different perks and a good sign-up bonus, but shortly thereafter, they have raised the annual fee to $150, and I no longer can justify the annual fee anymore. You see that? I caught you. For any of you guys who didn't say bless you or gesundheit, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can actually redeem yourself and be a better person. Why do I feel like a preacher? Okay, so moving right along. So yes, there is a secret option to this credit card, and you can actually downgrade it from a $150 fee to the secret, traditional, old school, original Amex Green card to just a $55 annual fee. But the only caveat and the only catch is you get to pay that lower amount, but your membership points don't in fact pool with this credit card. So you get your own separate kind of system of points with this credit card, and it doesn't go along with your Amex Golds and your Platinums, what have you. Okay, so now moving on to the second to last credit card, we have the Chase Sapphire Preferred. You can see it still kind of has that shine, a couple, scuffs and whatnot, but I still love the way it looks. And this was an amazing card for me. It's actually a card that it needs its own video in and itself. But really, this credit card has a special place on my heart, really just because it has a lot of sentimental value. The reason being is, let's just say, technically, I was able to get a big discount with this credit card for my fiance's wedding ring. If you want the full story, I'll make a full video on this probably in a week or so. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. But without getting into too much detail, I pretty much was able to hit the 4,000 spend within the first 3 months of opening the card. And I got 100,000 bonus points, which essentially translated to about $1,250 worth of value, which, you know, gave me a good haircut on that wedding ring. And I just figured that if I get $1,250 worth of value with only an annual fee of $95, or even less, $45 if you factor in the $50 hotel credit you get every single year, it essentially pays for the annual fee for the next, I think, 25 years, right? So, you know, I'm not going to be worried about this until I'm 50 years old. Now, moving on to the last credit card, and that is the... that came up short. Don't make a joke. So yeah, if you did watch my original What's in My Wallet video maybe a half a year ago, this card was also my wallet, and for the same reason. I just find that if I'm in a sketchy area and if I have to use a credit card period, and I don't want to use my higher tiered credit cards in the event that the credit card data gets stolen, I can use this credit card because I have a very low limit, only about $1,500, and I'm not too worried because I can lock it within the app very quickly anyway. But it's also one of the first credit cards I ever got, so I like to keep it, you know, close to home. I still love you, the Capital One Quicksilver card. But of course, if you guys are interested in any of these credit cards that I mentioned today, be sure to check the description of this video. I have links to every single one right down below. And of course, it gives you a little extra value. It supports me. Symbiotic relationship. So go get you credit cards! Okay. Hit subscribe.